Okay, hey, VB Adrenaline social media followers. It is National Signing Day and kicking off our coverage. According to social media, people have been signing left and right. It's national holiday for college programs, and one of the most passionate fan bases, I guess, for our following is the Ville Cardinal Nation. And want to welcome one of your newest members, Chloe Meester. Welcome officially to Cardinal Nation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, how's it feel to officially be a Cardinal?
It feels really good. I've always dreamed of it as since I was a little kid, always going to be this D1 person and stuff, and it feels really good now. So,
well, talk about, because with your dad being a professional athlete and kind of growing up, has that been different growing up in that environment around that, or has it been, have you prepped yourself for that, or you just kind of have dreams like everybody else?
Yeah, I guess so, kind of, because my dad was always there for me, and he always kept pushing me to be my best. He'd always go into the gym with me to do extra reps, and he'd always make sure that I'm always trying my hardest, because sometimes, kids, they really want this goal, but they don't try it, that hard. My dad's known that I've always wanted this goal for the rest of my life, and he made sure that I did it. So, yeah.
So first of all, with signing day, and then we'll get to the whole craziness, because the Ville, they're all in on volleyball now. I'm sure you know that. Yeah. But making the decision, because you're going in May, because we said you're one of those crazy kids that you're still a multi-sport. But what was the decision? When did you make the decision, volleyball over basketball, track? When did you decide volleyball was your sport?
It was mostly my freshman year, I'm pretty sure, because, basketball, I loved the sport and stuff, but it just wasn't my favorite. And I think transferring into high school, I was kind of like, well, it has to be one or the other. And I found which one I loved more, and it was volleyball for sure. And I still love basketball with all my heart. And it's just the volleyball aspect, I think, of just playing. And I just overall just love the sport and everybody in it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you said when you finish up, you'll finish out your basketball career and your track career, and then head down south to join. Would you? I know they got pretty high hopes, and I don't know if you know, there's a special event in December in Louisville. Did you know there's a big volleyball event happening in Louisville?
Oh, yes. They're hosting the nationals there and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Final Four. Would you take a little time off? Would you miss a basketball game if the Ville made it? Would you?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I know your parents. I would be there too. So if we met, you tell your mom and dad, we go grab coffee or something. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. We'll meet up. All right. We would meet in the Ville. I would be excited as well, as excited as you would, but we will meet there. We'll have coffee with your folks in December. It's a date. So tell me about the decision, because your recruiting story back in the day when 25s used to wait more than a day or two to commit. Your story was one of the coolest at nationals, the hunt for Chloe Meester and the 4 or 5 staffs that were following you around. What was that like at nationals that year, and the programs? Like, you had to notice that year that were on the hunt for you?
Yeah, I kind of noticed, well, during the games, they all sit around, in club, they all sit around the court and stuff. And you really notice it. But I feel like when I was playing, I couldn't focus on who was at my court and who wasn't at my court. And I had to really focus on the game. But, after the game was done or something, you'd see them and stuff. And yeah.
So what was it, now that we can talk a little more freely, what was it about DBK and the crew that made Louisville the choice for you?
I love their coaching staff. They're so sweet and so nice, and it just makes me feel at home, especially the players on the team too. I when I went there for a visit, like I could just tell it was the one just because like the people there were so welcoming and I just loved having fun and it was literally just a blast ever. And the place around it, like the campus was also really nice and I could just tell from the moment I entered Louisville, it was just the right place.
All right, so let's show Cardinal Nation a little bit what they're getting. The way I explain it is beast mode. You are one of the heaviest arms in the class of 25. Liberos in the ACC better get ready when you swing. And one of the strongest recruits I think that the Cardinals have ever had, bringing it 6'2". I mean, when you play for a club named Adrenaline, BB Adrenaline has got to promote you. Okay, so you're going to be one of our favorites.
Okay.
From Iowa. Okay, and joining, I mean, we've got to come up with some sort of T-shirt, and I'm selling it because I thought of this idea. We're coming up with some sort of NIL T-shirt with you and Peterson now.
Yes.
We got to come up with something.
That is perfect.
Yeah. All right, but don't let anybody get in front of it. I'm coming up with it. We're going to
Okay.
market it. We'll give you guys the NIL, but I'm coming up with something with the Iowa connection, right? With the outsides there, okay? With you and Peterson, the Iowa connection for the outsides now in Louisville. And I think right now, a chance, front row, immediate connection. You think you got to work on, I'm guessing that the back row skills and the passing is what you're really going to focus on. I'm guessing year one in college. Is that kind of what coaches are telling you?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't really play back row for a couple of years, just for my beginning years. And I started playing back row, I think maybe like 3 or 2 years ago, actually. And so I'm really focusing, especially when I go into the gym during high school season, I was really focusing on just like the back row aspect. Like I knew I could do the front row and I knew that it needed to get a little bit better, but I mainly focused on the back row just because that's what gets you really playing time and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that might get you, but for old football coaches like me and then probably your dad, we're okay with somebody who can just hammer it in the front row too.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, for us old volleyball dads, we're okay with somebody who just swings really, really hard too. So you go ahead and work on the back row stuff. Coaches probably care about that, but I'm okay with you just swinging as hard as you can.
Okay.
Coach probably doesn't want to hear that. She's like, just don't listen to that guy, but I'm okay with you just keep swinging hard.
Okay.
Now, tell Cardinal Nation, what are they getting in Chloe Meester, not only as a volleyball player, but somebody in the community and somebody in the locker room? What are they getting in the person that Chloe Meester is going to bring to the program?
I feel like you're getting a person that really cares for other people. Over the years, I mostly I get some kills and stuff, but I mainly don't cheer for myself. I cheer for others. I support others as they get their recognition and stuff. And I feel like that's a big part of like a game because I don't want to be a selfish player and I want to support everybody else and they succeed in life.
Sounds good. Well, you got one more pretty big volleyball match though before you get to Louisville. You want to tell everybody where else you're going to be?
I'll be at the Under Armour All-American match.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You pretty excited for that?
I am. When I went to the camp, I didn't entirely think if I was going to make it or not. And so I just kept trying my hardest and they called my name and I was kind of shocked, but I'm fully grateful for that opportunity.
Yeah, I was making it. Peterson last year, you this year. And that's what we keep telling the Louisville fans, like more and more talent coming through, right? Like better and better talent every year. And I can't reveal our rankings yet, but I think Louisville Cardinal Nation is going to be pretty excited about this class. We'll show them later, but
Okay.
you're a big part of it. And congratulations. Want you to enjoy this day. And I suppose you got class or something to get to, so we'll let you do that. Can you show Cardinal Nation the L's? There you go. Everybody, Chloe Meester, you tell your folks we got a coffee date for the Final Four. All right.
I will.
All right. You take care. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you.
Under Armour, All-American, newest Louisville recruit, Chloe Meester out of Iowa, joining one of the best ever Cardinal classes of all time under the DBK era. And you'll see her next year in a Cardinal uniform. Chloe, great meeting you. Take care. Congratulations.
Thank you. You too.
Awesome. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.